Hi everyone, in this video we're going to have a look at why emotions do not manifest. So when we're actually creating anything, it is all coming from our thoughts. The emotions that come up within us are all to do with how we respond. So when we hear the concept of being in a high vibration or a high frequency, all this really means is that we are responding better to our circumstances, meaning that we are keeping our thoughts positive. It does not mean that we are actually manifesting from the high frequency. On the other hand, when we are in a high frequency, we're feeling good, so obviously we're going to have good thoughts, and then these good thoughts become what it is that we manifest, because we continue to think optimistically, we continue to think in our favor, we continue to see how everything is actually working out, and as we continue to do that, that is what is actually manifested. So when it comes to emotions, our emotions are, while they're important to validate, I'll always say to validate our emotions, when we look at the self-regulation is there so that we actually have power over how we respond and how we react to a situation and to an emotion that comes up within our body. So for instance, I was thinking about the concept of faith. And if we look at through the Bible as well, and when we look at the Bible, it's not that you never have a negative thought. It's not that you don't even doubt along the way on your journey, but when you keep that faith, that is kind of what is actually manifesting. So when we're sad and when we cry and all of these kind of emotions that come up, it's how we react. It's how we actually hold steadfast to the vision, to the knowing, to the trust that everything is going to work out. And even if we're feeling sad right now, if we continue to think in our favor, that is inevitably what is going to happen. So it's never about the actual emotion. So it's not about, worrying about how you're feeling. It's more worrying about how you are actually responding and reacting to how you are feeling. So that is what the self-regulation for. Anyone who knows about self-regulation, and I know I talk a bit about it on my channel, the whole premise of the self-regulation is so that we can come into our center and we can be still in a moment that may be very, very triggering, or in a moment that we may feel like crying and we may feel like, lamenting, and we react and we respond in a way that is undesirable. It's like, when you look at that example, when you're cut off in traffic, if you're self-regulated, if you're not regulated within your system, automatically you're going to have a response and a negative kind of reaction to that kind of cut off in traffic if it's triggering you in that way. And that is kind of then what manifests, because you actually created the thought of what it was that you reacted to. You responded in a negative kind of way, and then that's kind of, maybe you'll manifest just hitting all red lights, or there'll be something that will manifest because of the thought. It's not about the emotion. If you can simply have the triggered emotion in that moment that you're cut off in traffic, but when you catch it and you say, it's okay, it's all right, this is working out, I'm going to be on time, or whatever it is, that is actually what is manifesting. It's not about not having the triggered emotion, but when you have a good self-regulated nervous system, your triggered emotions will be familiar to you, and you'll know how to handle them and manage them in the moment in order to manifest a better outcome. So I just wanted to do a quick video on that emotions do not manifest. It's the thought that comes from the emotion that will manifest. So again, if you're sad and you're crying, it's okay, and it's okay to have doubts, as long as we are continuing to have the faith in how we're reacting and responding. It's all about how we're reacting and responding. So even when we are having, as I say, doubts and negative thoughts, we look to our faith and we know that, okay, I'm just going to respond differently and act differently, and it's going to change and things will turn around in my favor. So just wanted to do a quick video on that, and I will chat to you soon.